Meta, McDonald's, Walmart, Boeing, and Ford, an expanding roster of American giants, are retreating from diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. This growing trend signals a significant shift among the corporate leaders, especially in Silicon Valley, as Donald Trump is returning to the presidency. DEI policies have long been viewed as a counterweight to discriminatory practices in the American corporate world. However, Trump, who himself came to politics from that world, hated it. During his 2016 presidential campaign, Donald Trump vowed to scale back DEI initiatives, and during his presidency, the murder of George Floyd in May 2020 ignited widespread civil unrest, sparking the largest protest against racial injustice since the civil rights movement. In response, many companies made substantial commitments to DEI efforts, leading to a surge in funding during that period. And in September 2020, the Trump administration issued an executive order restricting the federal government and its contractors from offering diversity training, which Trump labeled as divisive and un-American. In the 2020 presidential election, Donald Trump lost, and on January 2021, his first day in office, Joe Biden revoked the restrictions on diversity training for federal agencies and contractors. Back then, nobody anticipated a political comeback for Trump. However, Trump made a comeback, and during his 2024 campaign, he clearly articulated his intentions to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives at the federal level. He announced plans to fire government employees involved in DEI programs and pledged to direct the Department of Justice to pursue civil rights cases against educational institutions that he claimed engaged in racial discrimination under the guise of equity. Trump also declared that he would hold universities accountable for what he described as unlawful discrimination disguised as equity efforts. Notably, on June 29, 2023, the US Supreme Court ruled against affirmative action in college admissions, striking down race-conscious admissions policies at Harvard University and the University of North Carolina. And now companies like Meta have cited this ruling as justification for rolling back the DEI programs. The legal and policy landscape surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in the United States is changing, read the Meta's memo to its employees as it rolled back DEI initiative. Notably, many believe that it is not just the legal and policy landscape, but also the changed political climate that is influencing firms like Meta to alter their policies. Figures like Elon Musk are playing a significant role to shaping this new landscape, empowering conservative voices. In September, Musk declared DEI must die, arguing that such programs creating new forms of discrimination rather than addressing existing inequalities. In January, following the destruction caused by wildfires in Los Angeles, Musk seized the opportunity to criticize DEI. He supported conservative activist Robbie Starbuck's claim that DEI initiatives worsen the fire damage by diverting funds from essential services needed to combat wildfires. Back in July 2024, when Trump survived an assassination attempt, conservatives have attacked DEI efforts at US Secret Service, highlighting videos and photos where the female agents appeared slow to react during the shooting incident in Pennsylvania. US Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle, who had been targeted by the conservatives for her DEI initiatives in the agency, had to finally step down, taking responsibility for not preventing the attack against Trump. It is undeniable that many, including some from the Indian American community, see Trump's promises as efforts to establish meritocracy as a defining yardstick of American life. However, there are others who believe that the upcoming Trump administration's ultimate goal could be the elimination of all programs aimed at addressing historical inequalities in American society, from schools to corporations. Which argument holds the truth? Only time will tell.